So, I'm just going to give a new update. I got my permanent slip. I'm on my 43-foot bayliner, and I'm enjoying the heck out of myself. I got some people that said that, oh, you're not going to like it 4 months out of the year. And I looked at them and I said, well, I didn't really say much to them, but I did say, that's your opinion. I mean, my stuff's paid for, so all I have to really do is pay for my wet slip. My boat's completely paid for. I mean, everything I got's basically paid for. One thing that I'm kind of down on houses about is, I mean, let's just make an example of, you buy a $130,000 house and you get yourself a 30-year mortgage. Well, over that 30 years, that $130,000 house ends up costing you $480,000. Brutal. And then, you know, if and when you go to sell it sometime, let's just say, I don't know, 15 years later or something, 20 years later, things only worth $250,000. So you've basically lost, you know, well over a couple, you know, $200,000 you've lost. That's a lot of work. I mean, I'm fortunate where I could just pay for my stuff. So I just found purchasing a boat, and it's not really a boat, it's a yacht. You know, paying for it in full is, you know, way less expensive. I got an awesome 70-foot slip here. You know, basically paying $10 a foot for the slip. I got a little bit better deal than that, but I'm not going to disclose that type of information of what I'm actually paying per month. So, a lot of people can't live on a boat. It was always a dream of mine to live on the water somewhere. It's funny, my mother used to always ask me, Todd, good old Betty Jean, Todd, you ever think you'll own another boat again? I mean, I've owned three 18-footers. One of them was 19 feet. And I always told her, I'm like, you know, Mom, the only way that I'd ever live, or the only way I'd ever get another boat is if I could live on the water and actually have my boat on davits in the back of the yard. But I mean, houses nowadays on the water, an example, all the way across the street, here we go. I mean, nice looking homes over there. I mean, those are $1 million homes. Maybe some of the smaller ones are, I don't know, $500,000, $650,000, something like that. Who can afford that? I mean, some people can, but it's funny, in the background I hear my favorite song playing. It'll be the song I have at my funeral someday, which is Sailing from Christopher Cross. It's just smooth. So, I got my permanent wet slip, Clearwater Beach. But, I mean, to get back to my other story, yeah, my mother asking me, do you think you'll ever own another boat again? And, you know, God bless my mother. She passed a couple of years ago. So, the only way that I could actually get another boat and do the simultaneous live on the water is just buy a yacht. Just buy a darn yacht. You can get a nice yacht for a good price. And if you want to go buy a brand new one, you're talking ridiculous, $350,000 or more. But you buy something used, plug and play, not easy to find in your price range, and you can actually have a really nice home. I mean, I've asked people before, can you live on the water? Could you live on a boat? And they look at me like, there is no way I could live on a boat. Could you live on a yacht? No, there's no way I could live on a yacht or live on the water. But I tell you what, I've never felt my blood pressure so low. I'm at literally just peace with myself. I mean, when I wake up in the morning and I walk out on my back deck here and take a look at this, I mean, everything, it's just complete tranquility. When I wake up, all I can do is grin. That's all I can do. I don't know what made me think about it this morning. Is as soon as I woke up at 4:45 this morning, I thought, you know what? It's going to be a great frickin' day. I'm not sure why, but I just knew it and I could feel it. Wish I had that music turned up into the background. Sailing takes me away. I mean, I don't have a sailboat. It's a 43-foot motor yacht. So, I'm just giving you an update. Grab my workout in the morning, come to the boat, grab a protein shake, maybe a little fishing off the back, catch some sail cat, or one day I caught a really nice trout. I mean, the thing was huge. It gave me 2 meals, 2 free meals. You know, don't get me wrong. The squid that I used was, I don't know, $5. But I put it on my one little line, which is called the ceviche. And lower down in the water, next thing you know, you got a nice little pinfish. Hook that pinfish up on the bigger rod, throwing it out there. And you never know what's going to come by and get it. I catch some serious size sail cats. I eat them. Most people would say that's gross. They eat the same thing as this lobster, crustaceans, whatever they can find. But I tell you what, they swallow that pinfish. One poor live pinfish. I know it's kind of, I don't know if it's mean or sad, but I mean, you got fishermen all around the world doing it. One poor pinfish, man, he worked for me 3 times. I caught a huge sail cat, and I pulled that live pinfish out of that sail cat's mouth, and I refurbished him, and I used him again. Threw him out there. He caught me another one. It's almost like he was working for me. Pulled him out of that sail cat's mouth because the hook never caught, and used it one more time. And unfortunately, that last time, that last sail cat swallowed the whole thing. As I was trying to pull the hook out of its mouth, the sail cat's like, screw you, dude. I'm going to eat this pinfish.